Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Me, Muhammad Zulkarnain bin Muhammad Nasir. I'm going to discuss and sharing with all of you with this subtopic 4.3, which is this time we're going to focus on guideline for basic flexibility training. So first of all, from the previous subtopic, you must understand what are the differences between flexibility and stretching. So is there any differences between these two, flexibility and stretching? So you must understand that stretching activities, the output is the flexibility improvement. So there is no differences, but the flexibility is the output or the result after we are doing the stretching activity. When we stretch on certain part of our muscle of our bodies, we're going to improve the flexibility of that part. So means that flexibility is the result of the stretching activity. That is the first thing you must to understand first. Alright. Alright, for these guidelines, we're going to use the FITT formula. These formula are very popular and that we call it have a gold standards that we can follow in order to improve our flexibility in our body. Alright, FITT, what is it? F stands for frequency, how many times that you have to perform the activity. I is for intensity. T is for time, and another T is for type. What type of activity that you can do? Not just for recreational activity or sport activity that we use the FITT formula, but for flexibility improvement, also we're going to use the same formula. Okay. What happened is that most of us are focusing on general activity. Example, if I'm a soccer player, I'm focusing on improving my technique only. But nevertheless, we have to remember that in certain movement of soccer activity or football activity, okay, there is a flexibility elements in that movement. So we forgot, most of the time we forgot to improve in that part, flexibility, the range of motion of that particular joint. Okay, so here, if you want to improve your flexibility per se, means that you want to focus on improving your flexibility only, you can use that FITT formula. Okay, how many times per week that we can do the flexibility training? 2 or 3 times per week. How many intensity? How about the intensity? How hard that we can perform it? Intensity. Stretch to the point of feeling tightness or slightly discomfort. That is the difference. Okay, very what we call a very thin line. Okay, the differences between you feel slightly discomfort and another one is you feel pain. Okay, you have to differentiate between these two, pain and slightly discomfort. All right. So in flexibility training or stretching activity, we focusing on until a stage that we feel slightly discomfort, not pain. All right. So how long that we want to hold or we want to perform the activity for each muscle, for each tendons or for each joint, we focusing on 10 to 30 seconds. However, okay, it depends on various factors such as the age factors. Okay, the older we are, the longer time that we need to perform the stretching time. Okay, example, if let's say I'm a 40 years old, so I might want to go for stretching more than 30 seconds up to 1 minute. Okay, it depends on the age. Okay, age factor also. Exercise on major muscle tendon, okay, means that you want to focus. Example, I'm having a very tight, okay, in my lower body part, okay, especially in my hamstring area. Okay, so I want to improve in that part. Okay, so I will go for that 2 or 3 times per week, focusing on inner thigh muscle. Example, okay, these are the basic FITT formula. So, however, before we are doing any activity or stretching or flexibility training, okay, there are a few precautions that we have to take. Okay, the first one is don't force stretch to the point of pain, as I said before this. Okay, up to the point you feel slightly discomfort, then you hold on that point for a certain time. Okay, avoid overstretching weak muscle. Example, maybe you have, okay, I might having injuries, okay, on my shoulders joint before this. So I do not want to extend too much on my shoulder, but then I just focusing on, okay, focusing on up to the stage that I feel slight discomfort, then I stop. So I hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, Okay, this is not just focusing on injured part, but also another weak muscle that you feel weak at your body part. Okay, ask, provide an assistant. Okay, you can ask your friends or assistant to help you in doing the stretching if if you cannot perform it alone. All right, choose safe exercise. Safe exercise means that you have to choose the exercise that you might know. If you doesn't know, you ask your friends or your partner or your teacher or your lecturers, okay, about maybe another type of exercise that you can perform for flexibility training, and use good technique. Remember, flexibility training is focusing on improving the improving the range of motion, not improving explosiveness or what. So you have to be focused in doing the stretching activity. Okay, what area that we want to focus? As I said before this, these are the main part of our body, which is the main muscle that you can improve: hamstring, inner thigh, calf, what we call gastrocnemius in during the calf, hip flexors, the lower back, okay, and also the chest and shoulder part joint. Okay, these are the main areas that you can focus. Okay, all right, then you can improve your flexibility. Example, after you're doing bench press, you want to expand your pectoralis major even more. So after you're doing bench press, you rack again the barbell, and then you stretch. You open up your hands and stretch on your chest to feel it. Okay, to open your pectoralis majors. Okay, even more wider. Alright, so that's a type of activity that you can perform for stretching or flexibility as well. Alright. Okay, now, okay, this is one type of example. Remember, okay, we have a different type of main stretching activity. Okay, the first one is we have active stretch. What is active stretch? Active stretch is falls under static stretching. Remember, active stretch falls under static stretching. Okay, if I can write down a little notes here. Okay, static. Okay. So static. Under static stretching, we have active, and another one is we have over here, we have passive. Okay, passive. Passive stretching. So active and passive stretching falls under static. What does it mean by static? You can look the previous subtopic 4.2, which is I have list down the type of different stretching. Okay, active and passive falls under static. What does it mean by static? Means that you stay at one point. Okay, you are not moving, and then you are for that matter, you can see the picture, these pictures. Okay, this person are doing calf and hamstring stretching. Okay, he stay down at one point and he's static, he doesn't move, and then hold for that movement, okay, up to the slightly discomfort here. Okay, put it white color. Okay, okay, he try to focus on one part on slightly discomfort, and then he hold it for 10 to 30 seconds. Okay, this is what you call active stretching. Okay, okay, active is a stretching that we are doing it alone, unassisted. There is no one helping you, you are doing it alone. Okay, that's what we call it active. So some school of thought, they call it active static stretching. Okay, we put it together because active falls under static, right? So active static stretching. Okay, there are many books and there are many sifu that we call it. And then but we can combine it together. Okay, you can call it active stretching and you can call it static stretching. It's same, it is the same output. So some of the school of thought, they just combine it, active static stretching. All right, the second one is passive stretching. Okay, passive also one part of static stretching. The difference is that passive stretching, we must have a partner, and we can use a tools such as a resistant band or towel. Okay, or anything that can helping you in elongate or lengthening the muscle that we want to focus. And another one is we can use also machine, that is passive. Okay, the same school of thought, passive active passive static stretching. Alright, under static, remember, if it has two type of stretching as well. Under static, active and passive. So passive, we must do it with partner. As you can see in this picture, a physical therapist are helping his client to improve the calf and hamstring muscle over here. Okay, the thigh, the calf, and the hamstring area. Okay, passive active stretching. Okay, that is a one example. Another one is PNF, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation stretching. Okay, this PNF also we are using assistant or partner to helping us. Okay, so under PNF we also have the contract relax, and another one is contract relax agonist contract. Okay, so we're going to focus in another chapter. Okay, because the PNF stretching us to push is or while assistant are pushing in opposite way, means that you can see from the picture here. I put it in red color. Alright, this assistant will push it down toward the client's chest. Okay, this one focusing on what? Okay, they are focusing on, okay, the buttocks and the hamstring area over here, and also the quadriceps, so the lower body part. So what happens is that this client will push opposite the assistant. Okay, and most of the time PNF stretching in doing my training also, I always go for PNF stretching for cooling down. Okay, because why? It much more helping, because some of the research has been shown that PNF stretching are much better than static stretching. Okay, there's still an argument about that. Okay, some research saying that static stretching are much better, but some research also are saying that PNF stretching are much better. So even so, it depends on how we are perform it. Okay, so most of the time I'm going for PNF stretching right after the training and go for during cooling down sessions. All right, that is a PNF stretching. And then one we have the active isolated stretch. Some people call it isometric stretch. Okay. So what does it mean by active isolate? Active isolate is the athlete will lift up the area that they want to focus, and then they will stop. Okay. And then the assistant will help the client to push. Okay. For this method, during this picture, this client are focusing on the hamstring and the calf area, the hamstring area especially. So okay, the difference between isolated and PNF, the PNF is the opposite area. Assistant push it in this direction, and the client push it in this direction. But for this method, active isolated stretch, okay, the client want to put it in this direction, and the assistant will assist, okay, the movement itself. Okay, the assistant will push it during the same direction. That is the biggest difference between active isolated stretch, and also we have the PNF stretching. All right. Okay. For that matter, we have reached at the end of the slide. So you must understand the difference between the type of stretching and the guidance. Okay, the guideline when you want to perform the stretching activities. Okay, perform it until you feel a slightly discomfort, not pain, sensational pain. Yeah. Okay, you have to differentiate together. Okay, we have static stretching, we have PNF stretching, we have dynamic stretching, and we have the active isolate stretching as well, and we have isometric. Okay, please look into the previous subtopic 4.2 regarding the type of stretching. So don't forget to include stretching activity in your daily routines or in your daily training. Okay, because when we improve our flexibility, we also improve our performance, our movement as well. Okay, you can see in the previous subtopic as well the benefit of the flexibility training. So because end of it, at the end of the slide, I would like to good luck, and please don't forget to include flexibility training in your training or daily routines. All right, thank you guys. Assalamualaikum.